Hey guys, it's Maggie. Today I'm doing the chart of Jason Momoa. He's Aquaman in Game of Thrones, and he's been around for a while playing these super roles. So he's very much a Leo. You can take one look at him. It's a beautiful mane of hair, and almost guess that he's a Leo. He has a whole stellium in Leo as well. So I'll start with his birth data. Jason was born August 1st, 1979. We don't have an exact birth time on him. I looked several sites, so I just put 12 p.m. in Honolulu, Hawaii. So Jason has Sun in Leo, 2 degrees, Moon in Scorpio, 16 degrees. So he has that magnetic draw, and psychic ability and intuition, and so he also has Uranus. Uranus is 16 degrees and the moon is 16 degrees, so his sudden unpredictable personality, and the depth that he could go to, like for example, one of his auditions, I think it was for Aquaman, he did a Samoan dance, just broke out into it, and that would be Uranus, sudden, unexpected. Of course, he was hired on the spot, because they saw all his Leoine energy. He has a whole stellium in Leo. He has Sun, Mercury, the planet of communication, Venus, what you love, what you like. The Sun is very much at home. It shines in Leo. And Jupiter, lucky Jupiter. So he has good luck expressing himself creatively and with children as well. He's very, very protective of his children, and that would be Moon in Scorpio. Moon in Scorpio, very, very sensitive, intuitive, and instinctual. Very instinctual. So, he has asked, I just read this somewhere, but he has asked people not to take pictures of his children. So that would be the Leo rules children as well as creativity and self-expression. So of course he would be protective. And he has a square from all his stellium. This has it in the 10th house of Leo, but I'm not sure what house really he has it in, but the 10th house is because of the birth time. But they're squaring everything up there, excuse me, is squaring his moon and Uranus. So that would be being very protective of his children. As he should be, yeah. So Pluto, the ruler of Scorpio, is in the 12th house of Pisces, in Libra, so that gives him a great love of the arts and the ability to go to enormous depth in his roles. So that would be Game of Thrones. That would be Aquaman. Would be more like Moon Uranus in Scorpio. That is Aquaman right there. It totally is. And Aquaman also his beautiful mane of hair. That's his whole 4 planets in Leo. So the exaggerated character and the good luck, good fortune is Jupiter, lucky Jupiter. And to have Venus, everybody would like him. When you have Sun, Venus, people like you. And Jupiter would give you sort of an enthusiasm, And Mercury is so close to Venus, it's almost a conjunction. He's got Sun 9 degrees Leo, Mercury 7 degrees Leo, and Venus is 2 degrees Leo. So, that's what you see. You just see this magnificent Leo person, that just lights up a room when he walks into it, or lights up the screen, or lights up everything. So yeah, acting is a very good career for him. Pluto gives him the depth to go into these roles, and a great love of the arts because it is in Libra in the 12th house of Pisces. Saturn is in, and his north node are in Virgo, Saturn is the ruler of Capricorn, and it's in mutable Virgo, so it gives him perseverance, depth, the ability to work really, really hard and pay attention to detail and be very analytical in his roles. And the North Node as well is in Virgo, so that's what he was. Sorry, I'm stumbling over my words. That's what he was striving towards in this lifetime, is to work, to find his niche in work or health. And so he definitely has, and worked very, very hard at all his film, Game of Thrones, and everything else he has done. But Leos are very, very prideful too. He's got his pride. His pride is his family, and so he would be very protective and loyal. Leos are exceedingly loyal and generous as well. And they would extend that to everyone around them. Everyone around them. People probably love working with him because he has Venus. It definitely helps. It helps, So Neptune Neptune is the ruler of Pisces, the water house. It's Aquaman as well. I'm just making jokes, sorry. Anyway, Neptune is the ruler of Pisces. It's in his second house of money, assets, what you value, and it's also in Sagittarius. So he has done a lot of traveling, and he does make a lot of money through his assets. And it's trining, its trining is, because Sagittarius is a fire sign, Neptune would be acting his ability to get into the illusion, into the inspiration, the fantasy, and believe it's real and bring it to the screen. And that's the beautiful trine he has. Neptune and Sagittarius trining this whole stellium lit up in Leo. That they're in the same element, so he really shines in his ability to do that. And he definitely chose the right career. So he has Chiron, the wounded healer, in Taurus in the 7th house of relationships. So he's learning about relationships, and he has a lot of relationships through Venus is the ruler of Taurus, and he has his Venus up in Leo. So Leo's ruled by the heart, so I'm sure he does okay in relationships. Mars he has in Gemini. Gemini is communication again. It's communication. Predominantly he's fire and air. And he's got some really strong water too, but his air is dynamic. Pluto, the ruler of Scorpio, the depth of feeling and intuition that he must have, and great, enormous sensitivity both in his unconscious, which he uses in character, I'm sure, and in relationships as well, because relationships are very, very important to Libras. And so that would give him a certain sort of protectiveness. It would color it Scorpio, kind of make him, make him a little sensitive about parts of yourself that you don't, the majority of him is just lit up on stage, right? And everyone can see that part of him, but he also has the very private side of him, the moon, Uranus, very sort of protective and secretive side that, just kind of needs a timeout. And so Pluto, the ruler of Scorpio, is in Libra, and so he brings that to his roles, but at the same time, there's very strong unconscious stuff going on. And so he would need a timeout to himself to go surfing or whatever he does for fun, maybe be with his children. But yeah, just get some downtime to be able to get back out there. Get back out there. He does have squares from his Mercury and Venus are squaring his moon, Uranus and Scorpio. So they're both fixed for one thing. Leo's fixed and Scorpio's fixed. So the square just challenged him to work harder again. That's all. I keep laughing about that because it's so Scorpio. They just go to the very depths of Atlantis. And so, yeah, and so does Uranus. Uranus is, unusual, freedom-loving. And that would be the way he interviewed, too. Excuse me, for one of his roles, he did the Samoan dance. And being from Hawaii, I'm sure he did it excellent. And being the star that he is with all the Leo energy, of course he got the role. And so that would be unusual, unexpected facet of his personality that I just thought I would use as an example of his personality. He could just bust out and do something like that and get the move, get the role. So yeah, his emotions. The moon is what nurtures you, so it could be like sudden, unpredictable, moods or changes. I mean, his feelings may be changeable, but those closest to him would know that. But he could use that in his career for sure. For sure, he uses that. The adaptation. Uranus definitely would want to mix it up too. It would be totally bored doing the same thing over and over and over again. So, but the majority of his planets are in Leo. 4 planets in Leo. The North Node and Saturn gives him, it's in a mutable Earth sign. Saturn's the ruler of Capricorn, so that gives him endurance, the ability to work extremely hard and climb to the top of the ladder and succeed. Jupiter, this has it in the midheaven in his 10th house, is pretty much automatic. Pretty amazing stellium he has. He should definitely be Leo of the month, but Leo's over right now, so we're in worker mode, and I'm sure he is with Saturn, disciplined Saturn in Virgo. I'm sure he's working very, very hard at whatever he's doing right now. So those are all his planets. I'm not going to go into all his aspects. I did sort of look at the square between Scorpio and Leo that he has going on, but that just challenged him to work even harder. I mean, to play these superhero roles that he plays. I mean, squares can be good. They can be good. It depends what is squaring. What is squaring, and in this case, it worked for him. Pluto in the 12th. There's a very deep part of himself that he likes to keep to himself. He needs the privacy, and that's Scorpio. Scorpios are like that too. They need their. They don't want to feel like people are invading their space. Let's put it that way. Unless they're on show, or they want to be public. But so he has a real outgoing, side of his personality, and then Scorpio can be very private, yet magnetic and drawing. I mean, he could just draw women and just everyone in with his magnetic ability, sexuality. It just kind of comes across on screen. So I talked about his Mars and Gemini. That gives him great massive communication skills. He was born to communicate and to shine and to work hard. And the Scorpio would be the draw, the box office draw that he has. I talked about his Neptune. So those are all his planets. I'm not going to do all his aspects. He does have a sextile, easy flowing, harmonious 60-degree aspect between Virgo and Scorpio, which is helps the flow of his work and his career. Also, he has a beautiful trine. They're in the same element, Mars and Gemini, and that really helps him too. The Mars in Gemini is trining Pluto in Libra, so that's his acting ability to go to the depths of Atlantis in his roles. I haven't watched much Game of Thrones, so a little bit, but not enough to make a joke about it. A cheesy joke. Anyway, I'm going to break down his elements. He's all fire, predominantly fire, Sun, Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, and Neptune. Neptune in Sagittarius, making the money through his acting and creative imagination. And that could be dancing, singing, whatever else he does. But Neptune is illusion. It's illusion, fantasy. So his air is Pluto and the ascendant in Libra. So he may have dimples. But that would be, his ability to relate to people. Libra's all about relationships. So I already talked about the depth of Pluto and the arts, and Mars in Gemini, that's also air. That's his ability to communicate. In Earth, he has his Chiron in Taurus, in the 7th house of relationships. So he's, he's doing okay in relationships. It seems. And he also has Saturn and the North Node in Virgo. So, and in water, he has the MC. The MC is in I'm mostly looking at his Leo because it's just massive, stellium. But his MC is Cancer, and he does have like a sensitivity about him. And so that would definitely be his Scorpio moon, that would be the Scorpio moon. But this shows his midheaven in Cancer, so he's able to use great sensitivity, of course, in his roles. So that's about it. He does have the Sun square the moon. The Sun square the moon, yeah. We talked about the other ones, but since he has this whole stellium, the Sun squaring the moon too. So that just challenged him to, overcome his emotions and, just adapt and work hard and just use his personality. The first house is your personality. It's your personality, and the ascendant is your body. And to use that, he's got that Leo hair for sure. Anyway, I'm going to cut this off. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you do, please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.